Hi Gemini and cross watchers, welcome. So just before I begin, just a quick reminder, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Okay, so also do check out the description for important information. Okay, so let's begin. Holy Spirit, guardian angels, and spirit guides, what romantic insight do you have for Gemini? What romantic insight do you have for Gemini? Spirit guardian. Okay. So at the base of things we have earth energy. Okay, some of you guys could be crossing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, this person is masculine energy. Okay, very successful, very good with money. Could be protective. That sort of energy. Okay, so let's see. Also, earth energy. So for what's crossing things, okay, not being patient, struggling to be patient. So we have two knights here in reverse. I cannot. I have no words. Water energy this time. Okay, so, but for this position, so for where you need to focus, okay, so you need to direct your focus to where you're lacking love and support, okay, or where there's a lack of love and support, okay. I cannot believe this. Okay, so in the past, so okay, because we have the Emperor here reversed. So in the past, in this situation, okay, you weren't, so either you guys were dealing with somebody who was very controlling, okay, or you weren't allowing yourself, I don't want to say, because the Emperor is all about power, leadership, okay, so either you not the words I was looking for, so either you were dealing with somebody who was, trying to control you, or you were lacking, leadership or the control that you needed, okay, and I feel like every situation is different. I don't know if I worded that right. I feel like I didn't. But if it resonates with you, you understand what I was trying to say. Okay. So your strength is to see the light in things. So, like, even in darkness, you see the light, because, it's like they say, there is a bright side to everything. You just need to be able to see it. And it's really hard to, you think it would be easy to see in the darkness. But I feel like sometimes the darkness just blinds us to a point to where we don't see what's right in front of us. You know, so where you are headed, the Hermit, you have a lot of major arcanas. So, this is about, taking time to yourself, reflecting, or, just taking a breather, whatever the case may be, taking that time that you need for whatever reason. Okay? Another major arcana. You should probably look up what that means. I feel like I should know that by now. But I guess that's what happens when I stop doing it for so long. But I am getting back into it. So anyways, how do I want to explain this? So for how you should approach things. Okay, so everybody has their own talents and their own skills that are different from everybody else, and that is okay. Everybody's different. I just feel like, especially in modern time, all these differences separate us, which is ridiculous. But I have no words for that right now. I mean, I have the words, but let's not get into that. I guess what I'm trying to say is that everybody also approaches situations differently, and sometimes we try to do things that is beyond our capabilities. You know what I mean? So I feel like, there's two things. So one, do not approach things unless you're, how do I want to say that actually? Some situations may require you to go over and beyond, actually. That's the other thing. So, like, even if it's not something that you would typically do or have that, oh my goodness, why do words always escape me? I hate it when that happens. I hate it. Not strength, not courage. When you have the, I freaking cannot. I hate it when that happens. But basically what I'm saying is, approach things in a way that you normally wouldn't approach things. Even if it's outside your skill set, but you're confident, I think that's the word I was looking for, but you're confident enough that, or passionate enough that, you'll succeed, or, at least try. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's so much going on here. I cannot. Oh my goodness, another major arcana. And it's the world here in reverse for what you need to know. So, this one's pretty straightforward. Things are not over yet. Okay? They are not over yet. Okay? So, some of you guys think that things are done, complete. They're not. Things are just not done yet. Okay. For hopes and fears, so it's like air energy with this one. So I feel like some of you guys could be hoping for communication, okay? And then others of you could be fearing it, like not wanting to have anything to do with this person at all, Let's see what the outcome is. Earth energy. So for the outcome, it's like the outcome, either you do find that balance or you just end up juggling more than you can handle. Okay? So overall, I would say, like, I just feel like when it comes to this relationship, oh my wow, relationship, things aren't on the uppity up, okay? Like, I don't see an ending here, but I don't see like good energy, positive energy. You know what I mean? It's like, I just feel like this person that you're with, like, you're not good for each other, okay? And like I said, you know, this person might be successful and very grounded, but like I said, there's, you know, lack of love and support, and that's where you need to focus on, instead of focusing on how much you love this person or how much the person means to you. You know what I mean? Because our heart does get us in trouble, and I say this all the time. When it comes to emotional situations, you can't always make a decision based on your heart. You have to look at it from a logical standpoint, okay? Like, here are the facts, you know, write down the facts, and then, you know, start questioning yourself, you know what I mean? Yeah, but like I said, you know, things aren't over yet, okay? But it's also not good either, okay? So, you know, it's entirely up to you and how you move forward and whatnot. But I will say this, you know, be very careful, because if it's meant to end, okay? Because also too, like, I know I'm all over the place. Because like I said, things aren't over yet, but they could be heading that way, okay? But be careful that you don't end up in a cycle of negative patterns, okay? And a lot of times when we go through something challenging, it's because we're supposed to learn a lesson. And I will tell you this, because the Emperor is here in reversed for how things happen in the past, okay? You know, even though you were this way in the past, it could still be ongoing. And I will say this, you know, find your voice, find your power, and know your worth, okay? Don't become this reversed emperor, okay? And like I said, you know, you do have the Hermit in your near future, you know, taking that time to reflect and stuff. You know, that's good and everything, but you also, if you're able, you know, take action, because if you stay in a negative situation, okay, and this doesn't always have to be something extreme or very dramatic, no. You know, there's so many different types of situations, you know what I mean? But do keep in mind, you know, the longer you prolong the inevitable, then that's like, then you'll look back and you're like, I wish I would have ended things sooner, you know, and it's like, I wasted so much time and energy, you know, and sometimes, you know, that comes with a lot of sacrifice too. So just be careful, okay? I just want to need to say that for those of you who needed to hear it, okay? So Holy Spirit, guardian angels, and spirit guides, what romantic insight do you have for Gemini? What romantic insight do you have for Gemini? Oh, wow, these are not wanting to shuffle. Like these cards because you know, it's all about, you know, how to receive the light from the angels, or how to spread that light or help that light grow, because I feel like there's always light, even in darkness. There's always light, even if it's just what's that word, I don't know what's with me today, I cannot. Okay, and again, I get this card a lot of times for everybody. Create a solid spiritual foundation and be in service of the planet, okay? So it doesn't surprise me that I always see this card, because I feel like in modern time, spirituality is so diluted or so chaotic. And I say that because people are judged a lot for their spirituality or their religion and stuff, and I believe that it is just wrong. I believe everybody has a right to their belief system, and if they want to live their life a certain way, they have the right to live their life a certain way. The only time I have a problem is when people start pushing their beliefs onto other people. You know what I mean? I mean, it's one thing to share your beliefs with other people, you know, that's great. Sharing, but forcing it on people, that's a whole nother level. But anyways, I just felt the need to say that. I guess there are topics that trigger me. But anyways, so create a solid spiritual foundation. Now, it is very important to have a spiritual foundation, especially during difficult times, okay? You know, when you're really struggling, because then you have something to turn to in your time of need, you know, especially when you don't have someone to talk to, or let's say things are just, you know, so crazy. Even meditation and yoga is not helping, and meditation and yoga is not for everybody. You know, but I always say, you know, for your solid spiritual foundation, always start with what you do believe in. Start with your own beliefs, okay? You don't have to turn to necessarily a religion. If you find a religion, that is great. More power to you. But if you don't, and you consider yourself to be more spiritual, like I say, start with something that you believe in and then build on top of it from there, okay? So align with the highest and go with the flow. It's time to fly. Listen to your intuition, okay? So if your intuition, so here's the thing. Your heart, your gut feeling, your nerves, your brain, you know, it's easy to get those all mixed up because sometimes they can all be saying the same thing or different things, you know, and it makes us confused. You know, I feel like that's where a lot of our confusion comes from, because it's like they're not in sync, okay? But your intuition is like really this gut feeling that you just, you know, like you just have this really strong feeling about something that has nothing to do with your heart or your head, okay? And I just feel like I need to explain that. Okay, so remember, it's time to fly. Listen to your intuition. So if your intuition is telling you that this relationship isn't meant to be, then it's not meant to be. If your intuition's telling you, you know, this is just a rough patch, we'll get through it, then you listen to it. But that, you know, like I was saying, you know, try to know what's your intuition and what's not, what you just want to tell yourself, okay? Those were just some examples, okay? So anyways, that is your reading. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, do check out the description below for important information, alright? And I do personal readings, and the first one is free. So if you're interested, keep that in mind, okay? So bye guys, take care, and I will see you next time.